Have no idea what's going on. My God. 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 Have no idea what's going on. I'm going to say something now. Let me know what happens. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Joe? Okay, good. Everything seems, I can't hear me, but that's okay because I'm playing here. I don't need to hear me from the computer. Okay, maybe that's it. I think this will be fine now. What do you think? Is this fine? Okay, there's me, you, and who else is in here? All right, here we go. First things first, there is a big delay on this thing here. I don't know how to get that out. Okay. All right, we're in business. I need another cup of coffee. All right, I'm going to do some warming up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out until about 1:30. And I'm just going to go into do some warming up, some playing out of the stick control book, some formulas that I've come up with from the stick control book, and explaining the level system again. Look who's here, Mr. Allen. Alan Herman's in the room. Yes, I still have the delay. I don't know how to get rid of that. But my dear friend Alan Herman is in the room. Let me get another cup of coffee. Hold on 1 second, just so I can work better. It's well deserved. I remember whether it was last summer or the summer before that, I just had gotten the rugs shampooed in the studio. And Mr. Herman's over here practicing, and he wanted a cup of coffee. And I gave him a cup of coffee. He spills the coffee on the rug. Okay. Now, I'm not a workhorse like Alan, and everybody has their whole routine. Alan has a special routine that he does, and he's fortunate enough to have that kind of time. Okay? I mean, I'm married with 2 kids, and a lot of my time is with them. And the same thing with everybody else that's listening. If, you don't work, you have to stay home all day, practice drums, and play at night, or you have no disruptions or distractions, you'll be fine. What I'm going to do, and like Joe, what we did yesterday, we talked about a little warming up. And I am not warmed up. I am going to put the metronome on 150. What a delay. Mercy. Okay. And I have my little timer. Let me get the mouse over here. Okay, I have my little timer. If you can see that. And I'm going to put it on 3 minutes. And I have the metronome on 150. Now, I have these lighter sticks today because my hands are feeling bad. That's 150. I'm going to vamp for 4 measures for 3 minutes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, zap. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2. Old age. Okay, that's 150. Joe, do you have any questions? How many people? 3. Alan's still here. Can you guys hear me? I don't have my speakers on. I guess I just have the microphone. And this is like, this particular system is new to me. But anyway, I'm really happy. I play too fast. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm playing eighth notes to the tick. Why do you say I play fast? Maybe it's the motion detector, I don't know. I play too fast. Well, I was playing before, so I loosened up a little bit. Okay. Anyway, yesterday, Joe, we were going over the paradiddles. I want to do something a little different today. And you're going to need the stick control book. And it's just a way that I learned from Joe Morella. Just another source. What's this? Yeah, I know. I'm just doing something else, Alan. You're the Mr. Workhorse. All right, and I know that, you hit the full strokes like so at 40. I know that. But I just wanted to do something a little different because I wanted to get into the lesson. Anyway, that's your warm-up, and I'm not, and I do that when I have time to do that. And maybe at 40, 50, and I'll do at least the left-hand side of the stick control book at full strokes. Okay? And then I'll, with the vamp as a matter of fact, then I'll up the metronome a little bit, still at full strokes. Then I would get, from the full strokes, I go to the half strokes, and then to the quarter strokes, depending on what I'm doing. I know where you're at with the metronome. That's good information giving them out there, Joe, for Joe. But anyway, Joe, you must have the stick control book, page 5 we're going to be on. And we're going to actually, we're going to do the whole thing. Remember we did the elimination thing? If I do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I say, okay, that's the first line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No repeating. What I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate the lefts and just play the rights. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and I'm going to use that where the right falls on the count of 1, 2, 3, 4 as a reference. If I go to line 2, I'm doing line 2 of the stick control book, page 5, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to eliminate the left and play the right. So I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, that's how I'm going to reference off the stick control book. You might not understand what I just said, and I think if I went to line 3, you'd get a little clearer. I eliminate the lefts, and I'm just going to play the rights, and I'm going to use that as a reference. I go to line 3, that's right, right, left, left. What I'm going to do is just eliminate the lefts and reference off of this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and okay. So with that in mind, how we're going to reference off stick control book, we're going to do a bottom, an underlining bottom of single strokes of 16th notes, like so. From one level. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and nice and easy. 3 E and 4 E and now notice my right side and my left side, I try to make exactly the same sound. And at that times, I have to say my left hand is a little bit weaker, maybe a lot weaker from, a lot weaker than my right. But anyway, I try to do the brilliance of George Lawrence Stone and make the right and the left sound correct. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play 16th notes. 1 E and 4 E, it froze. 1 E and 2. What's this? That's the full strokes. Okay, I'm going to do 16th notes. Equal sound. 4 E and 1 E and 2. And I say, okay, I'm going to take line 1 of page 5. And I'm going to use all the rights as a reference to accents. So this is underlining. So it's telling me now, if I reference off the page, I'm going to accent the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. 1, 2. Now I'm not going to play them fast. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I'm referencing. If I go to line 2, and I'm eliminating the lefts, and the rights are falling on the ands. So if I'm doing this underneath, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E, 3 E and 4 E and. So if I combine them, I find me a tempo, not too fast. Let's do it slower. Let's say 100. And again, the natural approach to drumming comes into view in the levels. You know, there was some comments on Facebook saying, oh, this is very boring. Let's do something that's fun. And, you know, I'm through with trying to explain what I do. And if people can't see it, who are supposed to be instructors or of high caliber playing, and they say, this is boring. I mean, I don't just sit here and do this all day, but I'm doing what occurs when I play, and I'm reinforcing what's natural. So if I use the 16th notes, 1, E, and there's an upstroke and a downstroke in there. I start in this position. It's my upstroke. I'm doing it really slow. So I know it's fun. I know how. And I make it fun because you know, you do the stick control book all the time, and then it gets a little boring because it's the same routine, but it's the most helpful routine in the world. But to make it a little bit more fun, I'm doing something like this, and I learned this one from Joe. You know, doing the 16th notes and accenting all the rights. So I have the first one, I'm in this position. Now, the guys who don't understand the levels, you need to do this slow. 1 is a downstroke, E, and there's an upstroke, da. So you have 1, tap, up, tap. I'm in position now to attack the 2. So if you're not familiar with the level system, you know, I have a couple of videos, and so does Alan. He has a couple of videos on YouTube. Alan, is your channel still the Chick Web, or what's your channel now? Write your channel in there. And Alan has some great videos, as you can see. Does a great job. Alan studied with Joe Morello as well. And he was with him for like on and off for 30 years. And I never met him at the studio. I met him on Facebook. But Alan's got a tremendous. Alan, give him your YouTube channel. Alan streams as well as this, and he does this 2 or 3 times a week, rather. Anyway, let's get back to this 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So I'm going down, down, down tap, up tap, down tap, up tap. Let me slow it down. Down tap, up tap. Now, when I go to line 2, I'm going to shift the accent instead of the downbeat. 1 E and the rights are falling on the ands. So now, instead of me coming on the downbeat, I'm coming on the upbeat for the accent. So my starting position is going to be a little different. My hands are going to be in a downstroke position. Now remember, there's 2 sounds here. A non-accent and an accent. 1 accent and 3 non-accents. But there's a couple motions here. You have an upstroke to get in position. to hit the and. E is a tap. And is a downstroke. Da. 2, E, and. Da. 3, E, and. Da. 4, E, and. Da. 1, E, and. Da. 2, E, and. Da. So now, if I put them together, let's do it slow. We're going to do 16ths. Nice and even. Same height. My right, I'm trying to make sure I'm just like my left. Now I'm going to reference off of line 1, and I'm going to play line 1 and line 2. Here we go. 2, 3, again. Line 2. Back to 1, 2, 2. Next line. So on and so forth. Now that's 2 lines. Let's do a couple more, and then I'll try to run down the page a couple lines with this approach. And it's really good for you. It's like, you're going to develop your singles, and it kind of prepares you for the up and coming pages that he has. Okay. The third line. The third line is right, left. Right, left. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we eliminate the lefts again. We have just the rights, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. And that's my reference. So I'm playing 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and. I'm referencing off of line 3, and I'm using 1 and, because that's where the right falls, and 3 and as an accent. So again, now something else happens here. We're going to have 2 right hand accents in a row. So what we're going to have is this, a free stroke, a tap, downstroke, tap. Back in position again. Okay, I really enjoy doing this exercise a whole lot. I enjoy doing them all. Now, I'm going to play down the page. Well, I'm going to do maybe 5 lines, maybe 6 lines. Now, I'm doing it only one-sided. I'm doing it with the right-hand accents. Okay? And you could do it with the left side. Just say, all right, you're going to eliminate the rights this time and just use the left. So it changes. If you do line 1, the accent I'm using the lefts 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's going to be my accent. So if I start the 16th notes now, it's a left-hand lead, like so, and I want to accent the and. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the 1 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the. Then it goes back to line 2, the down, the 1, 2, 3, 4. So on and so forth. So it just reverses on the other side. So, you want to spend, I try to spend more time on my weak side. Who sounds like God? Who's Daniel? Hello, Daniel. Who sounds like God? I don't know how to take that. Especially if I'm not religious. Anyway, all right, what I do is my right side and my left side. And I'll do it at a variety of tempos. Like I said, I would actually, if your left hand if you're right-handed, usually the left hand's a lot weaker, so you want to bring it up to par with the right. You want to equalize the right and the left. And that's one of the objectives of George Lawrence Stone. Right side, left side, equal. So on and so forth. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a triplet, an 8th note triplet, and I'm going to develop a formula, which is like a journey here into levels. So if you don't know what a full stroke is, downstroke, a tap, and an upstroke. Excuse me, this is a free stroke. That's the full stroke position. This is the free stroke. I mean downstroke. Oh boy, look at all this stuff going away with me. This is the full stroke position. This is a free stroke. So I just stopped the stick coming back from, flying over the room. This is a downstroke, this is a tap, and this is an upstroke. Okay, I do have a video explaining that. If you want to look for it on YouTube, it's full stroke, free stroke rather, downstroke, tap, upstroke. So get to know the levels and interject them into what you're playing. It's all science, and it's the laws of gravity. And I think that Chick Webb, I'm calling my friend Alan Chick Webb. Alan, you got me confused here. Chick Webb. All right, that's cool. But Alan's got that really, he did a lot of videos here. He did a lot of lessons for my online lessons. And he does some outrageous videos and outrageous classes. And he does really have that really well. He really does. He explains it well. He's a scientist. He's explaining what's occurring with the speed, the velocity is the same thing as the speed, coming back up, the opposite reaction. He gets very into it, and it makes a tremendous amount of sense. And if you really follow him, the guy is a brilliant man. Now, don't get a big head, Mr. Allen. Okay? All right. He's still in there. 4 people are in here now. Oh, man. Good for me. Or everybody else. Now, like I said, I'm going to do an eighth note triplet. I'm going to start a formula. I'm going to develop a formula. By formula, I mean this. He has the sticking patterns here. And I'm going to say, all right, right is going to become something. And L is going to become something. And before I get to that point, I want to explain the eighth note triplet for those who don't know it. I can't assume that everybody here is on the same level, especially with Alan. I mean, he's out there. I mean, he's up there. He's a workhorse. He's in another planet when it comes to playing drums. Okay? Anyway, the eighth note triplet. There's a couple of ways to count an eighth note triplet. I count an eighth note triplet 2 different ways. And I'm going to do a triplet with one hand. And they're all going to be free strokes. No accents, all sounding the same. I count the eighth note triplet as 1 and the, 2 and the, 3 and the, 4 and the. Now, occasionally, and let me play it a little faster down here and say the half stroke position. I'm counting 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4 and the. Okay? Now, that's one way I count triplets. There's another way I use for subdivisional reasons. I count a triplet as 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now don't get confused with 3/8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now let me explain the reason why I count it like that. If I'm going to do a polyrhythm, and now Alan, please, a polyrhythm of 3 in one hand and 2 in the other. Notice my right hand is playing the 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 is the triplet. Now I'm going to play eighth notes with my left hand. So in order for my left hand to fit, the 2 to fit inside of the 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I do that. Or 3 against 4 or whatever. Anyway, there's a lot of guys that count it. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Nothing wrong with that. If there's nothing wrong, if that works for them, fine. For me, it doesn't work. I don't really like that approach. I count 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. So, with that being understood, I hope, I'm going to go right now to this formula we're going to create. And we're going to count the triplet, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. This is a journey. If you don't know the level system, or what has to come up, what has to come down. You're going to learn it from this system. You're going to learn it. You're going to go through an experience with this, with the levels. It's going to teach you the levels, because when you're wrong, you're going to find your hand, if it's going to be up here, and if it should have been down there, it sort of smacks you. So we're going to take an eighth note triplet, and we're going to alternate it. And now, when I alternate the triplet, it's right, left, right. I put an accent on one. One and the, two and the, three and the, four and the. Now that's pretty simple, and you guys probably play it all the time. But now, what I like to do is reinforce. I need a little more coffee. Reinforce what's natural. When I come down, I'm coming down for an accent. Now I come up to get in position for an accent, and I tap. It's a down, up, tap, and I'm doing it slow. Show you what's occurring. I'm not out here to do any speed things or prove anything. I'm teaching. This is an eighth note triplet. One and the, two, three, four. That's an alternating triplet. Now, the right hand triplet is right, left, right. Right, left, right. Now, if I say do 4 right-hand triplets, that's what I mean. I don't mean 3 strokes with each hand. That is something a little bit different. This is a right-handed triplet. One and the. So I say do 4 of them in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. But notice the hands. The level system is in there. It's a downstroke, it's a tap, and I'm always coming up into position to attack the up and coming accent. Now, believe it or not, that upstroke is a speed stroke. When I say speed stroke, I don't mean come up real fast. You come up in tempo, but it's putting yourself in position to hit the next note. It's like if you box or you do martial arts, you know, you throw the punch out there, but you come back. And the faster you come back, you're ready to punch again. It's the same kind of concept. We can get very into this, but I just want to teach the formula. Wait, get trying here. Okay, so we have right hand triplet, right, left, right, with an accent on the first stroke. 1 and the, 2 and the, 3 and the, 4 and the. We got it? That's the right-hand triplet, and we do the same thing with the left-hand triplet. We go left, right, left. 1 and the, 2 and the, 3 and the, 4 and the. So now I establish what a right-hand triplet is and what a left-hand triplet is. And if I did alternating strokes, I have a right-hand triplet, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay. And that's pretty natural. It's alternating triplets with a right hand lead. Now, if I go to line 1 of page 5, and I'm going to reference off it, I'm going to say R becomes something. R is going to be a right hand triplet. L is going to be a left hand triplet. Myself. Now I put them together in tempo doing the first line. I'm just going to do right, left, and I'm going to stop. All right, but I'm going to count each sticking pattern. For example, the first R is going to be 1 and the. Now, the left falls on the and, so that's going to be 2 and the, 3 and the, 4 and the. So here we go, just the right, left sequence. 1 and the, 2, 3, 4. Now, you should be able to play that. That's just alternating triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, bop, 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 bop. Starting with the right hand lead. Now, you go to line 2, it's a left hand lead. I mean, it does matter because you're starting the triplet on the 1, 1, 2, 3. But I'm always in position to attack the accent. I'm not trying to become fast. I'm just reinforcing the natural approach. 1. No molar, whatever you call that shit. 1 and the 2 and the 3, 4. Now that's pretty simple. R becomes a right hand triplet, L becomes a left hand triplet. It gets a little bit more involved when you get to line 3. You're going to have 2 right hand triplets and 2 left hand triplets. And you have to put the level system in there. This is part of your journey. Now, I have a lot of students that come here and they try to do this and they find that they should be up, but they're down. And it kind of smacks you. It's a great, it's a natural way to play. So if I do the first triplet, 1 and the. Now, I didn't go 1 and the to get in position for the left. I'm going to get in position for an up-and-coming right-hand action. 1 and the. Uh-oh, I'm here. Okay, now I look over and I say, all right, my next action is going to be on the left side. So I'm going 2 and the. I'm ready in position to hit the left-hand action. No, sorry, that's just the left-hand action. The left-hand right, left, left. Okay, so you have 3 and the. And I'm in position to hit the 4. 4 and the. Oh, I can't. I have this feather sensation in my throat. So once I work it, and I look like I'm in the army or very regimented or whatever you want to call it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get comfortable with that, and I find myself a tempo on a metronome. I'm going to challenge it. So I'm going to go, I don't want to go too fast. I'm going to go to 80. Listen to me, I don't want to go too fast like I'm a superstar. No. So it's 80. That's the quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1 and the 2 and the 3, 4. This I'm saying is an in-between to finding your home here with the tempo. I'm going to do line 3. It's 2 right-hand triplets, 2 left-hand triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great hand exercise and a great control exercise because you're holding, you're getting the accent in place, in position to hit the accent, and you're maintaining the sound. Now, you can do the whole page like that. I'm going to do the whole page, not the whole page, but let me start with line 3. Okay? 1, 2, here we go. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, line 4. 1, good, sorry. Let me put the music in here. Oh, this old age shit. Line 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, left, right, 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 left, left. So on and so forth. The paradiddle would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, so I'm not going to play the whole page. All right, now that's, if you want to do that as a routine, it's a good exercise. You can take it up tempo a little bit. Now you can make your own pattern, sticky pattern. Let me go to 100. That's 110. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. This is line 1. Right, right, right. Now do rights. 1, 2, right, 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 right. Left, left, left. Parallel. Left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. Now I'm saying that because for instructional reasons, where I'm leading with the triplet, the right or the left. So you could understand what line I'm referencing from and where I'm starting from. Okay? So that's on one surface. It's a great exercise. You're not in a contest to see how fast you can do it, be the fastest drummer in the world, whatever you want to call that. What you want to do is control it. The stronger you control that, make it control, the speed will come naturally. You never have to practice for speed. You reinforce the control, the natural approach, then you can go forward and you can take it any place you'd like. Once you lose control, you're not going anywhere. So you got to strengthen the control. Now that's one step of a one surface exercise. I have a tremendous amount of formulas to do. And I'm going to give you one more formula. And I call it a substitution formula. What I'm going to do, I should have it on the drum set. I didn't set up this system on the drum set this week. Next week I will be on a drum set. I'm having a lot of issues with the sound and the feedback, and I'm trying to get it right. Once I get it right, it'll be happening. So in the next step, if I'm doing an alternating triplet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I say, okay, I'm going to eliminate the right hand, and I'm going to substitute it with the bass drum. Now, on the drum set, you're going to play the bass drum right and the left hand. So an alternating triplet, I don't know if you could hear this. 1, can you guys hear the bass drum? Let me put this up here. Hold on. What am I doing with this? Let me try to get this going on. Okay. Let me move back a little bit. Can you hear that, gentlemen? Sorry, next week it'll be on the drum set. Can we hear that? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the alternating triplet between the bass drum and the snare drum. Let me move this. I'm going to have to use this. So I'm going to play, and I should demonstrate this on the drum set, but just to show you where you can go with it, but just another way. Thank you, Joe. I'm going to play the triplet. I'm going to substitute the bass drum for the right hand. Every time I have it right, I'm going to play my bass drum instead, and I'm going to free up my right hand. So I'm going to do an alternating triplet now. Line 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the alternating triplet. That's the second stage of this exercise. It's continuing the formula. Okay? Now, let's go to line 3. There's 2 rights and 2 lefts. So now you got to do this a little slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me slow it down a little bit. Line 3, 1 and the, 2 and the, 3 and the, 4 and the. So you're alternating, or you're playing the line now instead of this. It's hard for me to do it here. Instead of playing. And you want to use your left foot as well on the count of 2 and 4. That's another stage, and it's a prerequisite for the up and coming formula or the exercise, which is the jazz time. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now I'm going to do just line 1 between the bass drum and snare drum. No Jimmy Chapin book. God bless Jimmy Chapin. That's just something that I've come up with. Actually, I was inspired by Gary Shafee's patterns. And I took the elements of the triplet and made them all into formulas from the stick control book. So I took the combination of the brilliance of George Lawrence Stone and the brilliance of Gary Shafee and combined them, and now it's not my brilliance, it's just something that I put together like a recipe. And that's going to help you. That will be played on the drum set against the jazz time. We'll get into playing the jazz time, the halftime shuffle. And this is one of the ways you're going to play. If I did the halftime shuffle, all right, like on line 13 with this formula, I'm going to do all right-hand triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now, from that feel, you're going to play on the, you're going to take the right hand and put it on the hi-hat. And you're going to put the accent on the left hand on 3. That. It's hard to get the sound here. I apologize. Next week we'll be on a drum set. But anyway, I have a ton of material to do from the stick control book. Now, if you look on the top of the chat, I'm going to come up to the computer, see what happens here. If you go up to the chat, the top one, okay, you have, there's a www.tsu.com. Now, TSU is considered Sioux.com, or whatever you have here. If you hit on that, there's an Art of Drumming group, and it's ran by myself and Mr. Alan Herman. Okay, if you hit on that, you can become a member, but you have to become a member of Sioux first. And I'm going to give you that information right now, I hope, if they let me do it. Let me see what they're going to do here. Let me get it out. Where did it go? Oh, yeah, boom, got to bing, bing, hold on. Okay. Now that's the Sioux. All right. Now I'm going to put another address in here. Hey. Hey. I'm going to put another address in there, gentlemen. I'm going to put in my live lesson site, if you might be interested, to so inclined to visit the site. Okay. That's my website. I do live lessons Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time, 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. I'm very inexpensive, and if you go on a monthly basis, it's $14.99. If you go on a 6-month basis, it's $59.99. Now, if you enroll now, you go into the archives, there's a ton of this material on PDFs. If you bought a book, it costs you $15, $20. Joe, you're the only one here. Oh well. All right, let me give you my address for Sue, and I'm going to close it up. Is there any questions? Any questions, gentlemen? Okay, I'm going to give you one more address, and that's going to be my Skype address. If you want to Skype me and talk to me, or if you want any kind of PDF files, I'm going to give you my email as well. My Skype contact I'm going to give you right now. Oh boy. So there's my Skype contact, my email. Eduardo, how you doing? Now, if anybody wants a PDF on today's sort of lesson or whatever we did, have it available. Just email me, and I'll email it back to you, or email it to you. Anyway, I need a little break. I've been doing this since 11:30, and I'm having some issues with the sound, and whatever they're talking about, it's not supported or whatever with the certain thing. This is kind of complicated. I'm doing good, Eduardo. Are you a member of the live lesson site, Eduardo? I left my address up there. You see it? www.mattpatellallivelessons.com. If you want to join, you have access to the archives, and you have about 5 books in there worth of PDFs, and it costs for the month $14.99. Eduardo, did you join yet? I guess not, and I'm fine as well. Anybody have any questions about anything today? I am talking about the live online lesson site. I don't know what he joined. He might have joined my YouTube channel, or he might have got into a group on Facebook. Which one is the free one? I don't understand. I don't have any free one. If you become a member, you go to my site and it says join. You join. If you want to do 1 month, it's $14.99. For 1 month, you get 20 lessons plus PDF sheets. If you want to do 6 months, okay, you get 120 lessons for $59.99 plus a ton of sheets, plus access to my the archives and the videos. You know, it's not a problem. So if you decide you want to join, you have to pay me through PayPal. Then you become a member, and you come every Monday at 1 p.m. or 8 p.m. on Wednesday the same time and Friday. Eduardo, where are you from? Are you from South America, California, Europe, New Jersey? Where are you from? Brazil. Good for you. I was in Brazil. I was there for a short period of time. That samba thing, man, is great down there. You know, that's your music. Anyway, if you want to join, you have to pay $14.99, and you get to see this. This is a free site here that it's a promotional kind of thing that I'm trying to do, and to get more traffic into my site. So if you want to become a member, it will cost $14.99. With that being said, gentlemen, I'm trying to do the best I can with this system. Next week it'll be on a drum set, and hopefully I get all the tweaks. You got to hit. If you hit my website, I gave you the address. Okay. Eduardo, are you on Facebook? Email me. It's better. And I'll send you all the information. Again, here's my email. Email me, and I'll send you the information. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to sign off. And remember, you can tell your drumming friends, every Tuesday, 12 noon, I will be doing a free lesson, whether it's on the drum pad or if it's on the drum set. It depends how YouTube treats me. Okay? So, what happened to the pictures here? You got smaller. I'll tell you. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to sign off. Joe, you're going to make a video and send it to me. You do a video on what you want, and I'll see what it is. And, I'm sure it's going to be good. And we'll see. We'll talk about it once I see it. I might want to study with you. Okay, guys. We'll see you later. Eduardo, contact me.